show. Ay, it's a storm show. Ay, it's a
All right, people, we are live. Okay, now I know that we are late. You feel me? All right, normally we would have been on like 2 hours ago, but no matter what, I wanted to bring you guys this news today. As usual, I like y'all to tell me that you can hear me and see me before we get into everything. I don't like the way that tells. There we go. That look better. I want to make sure y'all hear me and see me good before we get into everything. Also, let me grab my phone so I can follow along with the show and make sure we good. All right, so I'm finna go on here right now and check. All right, we got to talk about Sheree. We got to talk. We're gonna make fun of Mike Hill real quick. We got to talk about Xzibit getting divorced. Got a whole bunch of people we need to talk about. So let me know that y'all can hear me and see me. They said yes, we can hear you and see you. Perfect, perfect. That's just what I like. Now, all right, this outfit here, a stylist actually put together. So let me know, how do y'all like the fit? Okay, I'm vibing with it. I ain't even gonna front. I don't have my shoes on, but I'm vibing with this. Like, it's something look different. I don't see a lot of people down here wearing this, but I'm not mad at what she picked out. I'm not mad. But anyway, E&A Design. So I told her I was gonna let y'all say what y'all had to say about what she picked out. So she picked out this, and she picked out the brown and blue combination like suit thing that I wore for the photos. So she did a good job. All right, moving right along from that. Okay, now we all know that Cynthia Bailey is queen of the runway, but another thing that she is queen of is the stiffness, looking like she needs some icy hot running all up and through the crack of her butt. All right, we seen even on Real Housewives of Slutlanta when Candy Lanice Burris hyphen Tucker 2 R's and 2 S's was giving Candy them strokes. Now I don't know where, giving Cynthia them strokes. Now I don't know where Candy learned them strokes, but baby, Candy was Candy was giving it to Cynthia. Now you can't tell me Candy ain't worked a strap or two in her life. All right, and so she had Cynthia up like this, just giving it to her, and no matter how much she pounded out Cynthia's vagina, she couldn't get her to be unstiff. She just couldn't. And I said, my lord, there's nobody stiffer than Cynthia, but apparently there is, and his name is Mike Hill, her soulmate. So here we go. Right, hold up, I gotta get in position. Let me get in position so we can do our dance off here. This the June bug challenge. Okay, make sure we doing it right. Gonna make sure we doing it right. I think this is, hold up. I gotta get over here.
wow.
Okay, we gonna wait for it to start over. It ain't number 15 seconds.
Ay, it's a storm
We're gonna wait for it to
show.
start over. Okay.
Ay, it's a storm.
So we gonna, let's see who. I think I got it. Ain't this how it go? I think I got it. It's not that, it don't seem that hard to me. I think I got it.
Ay, it's a storm show. Ay, it's a storm.
I think I got it. I got that shit. I don't care what nobody say. I got that ish right there. I got that. I'm gonna see what y'all say. Y'all think I got it? Who did it better? Was it me or Mike? I want to know who was doing it better. Was it me or was it Mike? Because I think I got that. I think I got that. They said, "Old man Mark, what the?" Mr. Hill was stiff. Who got it? Me or Mike? Let me know. Somebody oh my God. Oh God. Let's see. They said when you move it looks they said when you move it looks like parasites. Wow, thank you. Another one I win. Now look, Kim beat me, Mary J. Blige beat me, but I'm gonna win this. So the next dance off needs to be me. I think don't want to do Chris Brown or Diddy. Y'all let me know down below. All right, moving right along from that. Move right along from that. We got to talk about Xzibit and his wife. Now, I have not really heard too much about Xzibit from years. I seen him over there on Empire a few seasons ago when he was playing Lucius's brother. It was nice to actually see him again because I don't really know much of Xzibit's music, but I do remember Xzibit from Pimp My Ride. Now, you want to talk about who grew up on the show? I grew up on Pimp My Ride. Now, mind you, I was like 10 when the show came out. So, you know, I literally remember every single episode, and then later to find out that all the shit was fake was just heartbreaking. But anyway, so Xzibit was actually married to this woman here to my right, or your left, whatever. Her name is Krista Joyner. They've been married for about 6 years, and I want to give you guys a little bit of information. I don't know if y'all knew. Did y'all know that actually on the day that they got married, right? They got married in the day. Do you know that this fool was arrested for a DUI that very same night? So I don't know how lit their wedding was, and I don't know how lit this relationship has been, but it seemed like that this has been a spark of toxicity from the very beginning. All right, so you know, they have a couple of kids together. That situation is a little bit tragic, so I'm not gonna stay on that part too much longer. But what you guys should know is that after 6 years they're divorcing. In the paperwork, no reason on why they're exactly divorcing. We don't know if she's gonna go for child support or alimony or anything like that, but it's just sad to me to see couples divorce. It's not something that we ever wish for. And when you think about it, right, I just want us to think, right, we got Xzibit's wife leaving him, Dr. Dre's wife leaving him. It's a few others that I can't think of, but it seemed like all the black men that got exoticals are losing their exoticals. Like, I know COVID and Corona came through and she repossessed a lot of shit. And I just want to know, did Corona represent all the white women in exoticals? Did Corona take all the Caucasians and mixed women and said, you can't have them no more? Today is a new day. I don't know, but you just let me know, because his Wonder Bread is gone. There is no more bread left in that loaf for him to toast. It just ain't. But anyway, best of luck to him. I don't think we're gonna hear much else about Xzibit, but I had to bring out that. We got a quick commercial and we'll be right back to talk about Dababy.
Wellness brand that has solidified themselves as being able to take care of your yoni. But guess what? They do more than just service your yoni. Yes, as a matter of fact, Embrace Pangea has products to cover you from head to toe, inside and out. And in particular, let me tell you about a couple products that I personally use. Number one is the herbal tooth powder that is better than any toothpaste that you will get over the counter. It will get your teeth clean and help your teeth to maintain a natural white shade. And in addition to that, the advanced botanical mouthwash is something that we all should have in our medicine cabinet. Now, when you look at a bottle like this with 25 potent herbs like echinacea, golden cell, don't laugh at me if I mispronounced that, you know what I meant. That plaque, halitosis, and overall poor oral hygiene. Okay, so if you want to get a good clearance when you go to the dentist, get you some Embrace Pangea. And in addition to that, make sure you use my code STORM to get 10% off your order at checkout today.
All right, people, we back. Now, moving along from there, we got to talk about Dababy that actually got sued. Now, I'm going to let you know that face right there, whatever they said he did, he did it. That is the face of a killer. That's a face that'll knock you out. Mama said knock you out. Dababy said stomp you out. Apparently, I got to tell y'all about this story. So, what had happened was back in December, Dababy was doing what Dababy does, whatever the hell he wants to do, because who gonna touch me, though? Like, I feel like Dababy's tagline need to be, you know you can't beat me up, right? Huh? You do, but you know you can't beat me up, right? Yeah, y'all told her to do that because you know you can't beat me up. Call yourself down. Call it down. Because you know you can't beat Dababy up, right? You can't, you know, you get into a fight with him, you're going to be laid out on the floor with your drawers at your ankles or, you know, at the funeral home. All right, so back in December, Dababy had rented a house out there in California. And according to California's COVID rules, at least back then, when you gather in a home for like a party or something like that, it couldn't be no more than 12 people. Well, Dababy had a music video to shoot, or at least somebody that he knows. And so Dababy actually had 40 people packed into a house to shoot a damn music video. And so, of course, when you're in these rich, when you're in Wonder Bread neighborhoods, Wonder Bread gonna talk to other Wonder Bread, right? And so you got the owner of the house. You know, that's the what was his name? Gary. Okay, Gary sound like a landlord. Like Gary sound like I'm imagining Gary's face. I imagine him as an overweight white man. All right, with a neck beard, stomach falling over the belt, you know, and balding in the front. That's what I'm imagining. All right, but anyway, so Wonder Bread, you know, called other Wonder Bread, said, hey, you know that black guy that you rented the house to? I think they call him Dababy, okay? Just so you know, he's like throwing a party at your house and there's blacks everywhere, okay? So then Gary comes running down the street, all right? Because apparently Gary lived down the street and then, you know, the rental house that Dababy was renting was down here, all right? So Gary he's waddling down the street. He comes, right? And he gets over, and as soon as he gets on the property, bop, 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 boom. He starts getting stumped out. And he don't know. And he's like, oh God, the niggas are getting me. I mean, he was just totally confused and flabbergasted that all he did was run to his rental property and got stumped out, right? And then Dababy sees what's happening and he gets his little ass out the car and he runs, comes up, sees Gary, steals off on his ass. Chases him back to Gary's house, right? Steals his ass again. And then flees the scene. And so Gary is left on the floor, tooth crack bleeding, pride gone, and house toe up. So not only did Dababy stomp the landlord out, Dababy then ruined some surveillance cameras in the rental home, damaged it, and didn't even pay all of the rental bill. And so now he's being sued for the incident that happened in December. It's actually Dababy and his manager that is named in the lawsuit. But here's my whole thing, right? Why does Dababy get into as much trouble as he does? Why do our rappers constantly find themselves in trouble? Honestly, they do it because they can. And look, let me put it to you this way. I'm not trying to burn bread on nobody, but you can only run around being this hot-headed for so long. And so if Dababy does not get his anger under control, if he does not learn how to follow rules, if he does not learn how to have other people whoop people ass and him not getting involved in it, if he don't learn to leave that street mentality behind, this will be the downfall of him. It's happened to rapper after rapper and blackmail celeb after blackmail celeb. Dababy is a cash cow right now. So anytime he messes up like this, you know, he got enough money to pay it out. All right. He beat you up. He got an attorney on retainer. Like that's what Nelly told Charlemagne. He told Charlemagne, I keep a lawyer on retainer for people like you. So Dababy got the money to cover his damages. But what's going to happen when the day come when you can't pay for the damage that you caused? Or what happens when you take it too far and now you're doing real damn time? Like Dababy, don't think it can't happen, because it can. So anyway, Dababy doing what Dababy do, beating up folks and fleeing the scene. But you know, at least, I forgot this is green so y'all can see right through that. That actually looks pretty cool. But at least nobody died. So I give him that. Nobody died. Moving right along from that, we got to talk about our favorite housewife, Sheree Whitfield. Now, one thing about Sheree, she's loyal to her ninja. Now, the ninja might not be worth a damn, but she's definitely still loyal to him. Did y'all ever go back and rewatch those old episodes of Real Housewives of Slutland? And do you know what I realized? I don't ever think I've seen Sheree complete anything, a sentence, a house, or a clothing line. Like, no shade. It's no shade. But I like really listen to her speak and listen to her at the reunions. And it's like she'll say a sentence, she gets about 3/4 of the way, and her brain jumps and she goes to something else. You know, when's the jumpsuits coming out? Spring, summer, fall. Like, and we still have never got She by Sheree. Yeah, and all I'm gonna say is this: when Alexander Rogers gets a hold of this story, he is going to continue to rip her to shreds. And I'm just gonna leave it at that. Now, what you guys should know is that her prison bae here that we actually seen featured on Real Housewives of Slutland is actually now a free man, except that he still has about 3 years of supervised parole left, so he still got to be careful, or they will put his black behind back in jail. You know, they will put that back in jail. You know, that's what the prison system do anyway. So he got a mind. You know what I'm saying? When we do a little something hustle, you know, it's called a felony. When other people do it, it's embezzlement. It's a white collar crime. Well, he was wearing a white collar when he did it. You know. but he did way more hard time than a Travis would have. Tyrone did more time than Travis would have for the same shit. So now what you guys should know is that Tyrone and Sheree are planning to marry now that he is out of prison. He is 55 years old. And how old is Sheree? Sheree's in her late 40s, right? I forgot to look it up. But Sheree looks good. Let's talk about Sheree really quick. I love the shape of Sheree's face. Like, okay, this is gonna sound ignorant, but y'all walk me through it, because I haven't, look where I'm from, the us blacks, we all kind of like have a general look to us, but like she has a beautiful face. Like, I'm looking at her face and I'm just thinking, like, damn, she look like she like Native American or something. You got a little bit of that. She actually got a little bit of Choctaw in her, or y'all gonna tell me what Storm blacks, or the Native Americans? Somebody let me know, because we be looking like them, and sometimes they be looking like us, and I be looking confused. All right, so what you guys do need to know is that Sheree and Tyrone consider themselves to be soulmates, and they have known that they're going to get married for the longest. And I'm not going to lie, Sheree, if you was trying to bring your behind back on Real Housewives of Atlanta, this is the perfect way to do it. Like that let me tell you something, that damn storyline over there at Real Housewives of Atlanta it's drier than Kenya's vagina at this point. It is dry. There is nothing to it. It's lifeless and it's dead. Thank God for Candy giving Cynthia them scropes and being the freak nasty person that she is in order to bring us life. Ain't it sad that all it took for everybody to be interested in Real Housewives of Atlanta again was a 12-inch penis? Like, that's what it took for y'all to go around there to watch, because everything else that the girls was doing, we didn't give a damn about. So if you trying to come back, Sheree, I would love to see you come back. I would love to actually like see you in this relationship and this wedding pan out. I'm sure you need the money. I mean, Tyrone ain't gonna be able to get no job nowhere. Now, he actually did 10 years in prison for wire fraud. So what he was doing was he was being an Atlanta native. No shade to y'all. This is truly Scamlanta. Like, I thought it was a joke when I moved here. No, it's like for real, for real. Let me tell y'all a story of me getting, well, not necessarily scammed, but let me just tell it, right? Okay, y'all already know about my credit card numbers getting stolen, blah, blah, blah. Turns out them people that was hungry as hell and was swiping at all the restaurants that left from Atlanta, and now they in North Carolina. Now, I got the money back, and whatever, we changed the card numbers, but that put aside, I remember even when I first came here, I remember applying for a job that I thought was an actual job, that I definitely filled out a W-4 for, that had my full name, address, and social security number on it, only for us to never hear from this person again about a job. Only for him to say, well, I didn't get the job because we showed up to the job with too many blacks. It was for cleaning. Back in Arizona, I had a cleaning business that didn't get off the ground, so I can clean the hell out of our office. I'm a man that knows how to clean, but don't tell nobody. So I'm just saying, so that was my experience coming into Atlanta. Like, well, damn, sir, you have my full name, address, birthday, mother's maiden name, everything. And, at the time I ain't had no money, and, I'm in all the student loan debt. So if he want to pay off them student loans, then he can have it. But, not for real. Don't touch my shit now. Don't do it. All right, moving right along from that, what you guys should know is that Tyrone then ended up raising about $5 million from investors for some businesses, only for him to live lavishly off of it. And I have a question. Would you call Tyrone like a narcissist? Is this narcissism at its finest? Because I noticed that these scammers never have like an end game to their scam, right? Okay, I say I'm starting a business. Let's say I'm making a movie and I'm trying to raise $10 million. I know I'm telling somebody's life story. I'm trying to raise $10 million. So I raise it actually. But I never produce a movie. You just see me with Chanel and Gucci and houses and cars, and I'm living in Buckhead and I'm really doing it up. But this movie never comes out. Why would a person that does that think that they won't eventually get caught? Like, eventually people are going to catch on to the fact that whatever they invested in never came to fruition. Or do narcissists just think that they'll never get caught, or they'll think of another lie? Like, I'm confused. Like, if you're going to wire money, be smarter. All right, I had a professor in college to tell us, don't never steal nothing less than 150 million. Anytime you steal, you will get caught, but at least you can have some fun first. I don't know what kind of college I was going to. Anyway, best of luck to Sheree and her man as they get married. Now, he is ordered to pay $5 million back in restitution and to forfeit another $5 million. That don't make sense. I don't know why that's reported like that, but he is ordered to pay that $5 million back. So I'm like, Sheree, do you have $5 million? Is Sheree responsible for his All right, y'all figure that out. Anyway, Come on to Atlanta, because I know y'all need the money. All right, moving right along from that, people, we got to talk about Mena Safaree, our favorite freak nasty couple. The people that, you know, really don't have any other skills besides, you know, twirling and, you know, jerking off in sinks for cash. I mean, and we're not mad at it, and I'm not hating. I feel like in life, everybody has a lane, and when you find your lane, you got to stick it. And some of us are doctors, lawyers, educators. Some of us are good postal workers. Some of us are good crap talkers, and some of us jerk off in sinks. It's the way of the world, you know what I'm saying? So, but you just can't expect two people that hoard themselves off the cash to actually last. That's just not how they go. All right, so anyway, Mena and Safaree, who I believe are both equally toxic, they say online that they are done with one another, all right? So out of nowhere, because let me paint the picture for you. Yesterday, it was all good just a day ago. You know what I mean? Safaree and Erica was doing wheelies on a 4-wheeler out on their property, living it up, doing it big. And then the very next day, Safaree says, getting married was the absolute worst mistake of my life, and I'll make sure I never do it again. And I said, damn, Safaree, getting married was the worst mistake of your life? I think messing up the Nicki Minaj bag was the worst mistake of your life. I think dating a rapper for 15 years but never even producing any kind of music of your own or establishing a career or a true name of your own is a damn mistake. There's no reason why you should have been with Nicki Minaj for 15 years only for you to end up on Lies and Hip Slop over there, Ramona, that only threw you enough money for coconut oil on your chest and a damn fur. I don't think that's really cool. Here's another thing that was the biggest mistake of your life: not getting Nicki pregnant. I don't understand how you didn't make that happen. I mean, I don't give a damn what birth control she was on. Negro, didn't birth control should have been replaced with Advil. Ain't no way you with a money count like that, a cash count like that, and you ain't came up with nothing, never, and you left with nothing. And you ain't even convinced her to walk down the aisle, and she reduced you to the boy who goes to the store and get a beef rice-a-roni for her? Worst mistake of your life. Anyway, I think you was okay marrying Erica. Now, why they got into it, I don't know. But one thing about these two, they're both very self-centered, and so I feel like I honestly feel like that it's petty stuff that's just built up, and now Safaree has exploded. To be honest, I don't know who has really held Safaree to the fire, and not like when he got robbed for his chains. I mean, like, held him to the fire, like, as a man, as a father, what a husband and a father truly does. And Safaree, I'm here to let you know that being a husband and a father is two of the most selfless jobs that you could ever do. So if you're a selfish person trying to do a selfless job, sir, you are not qualified. I'm just saying. And look, you may be a great dad. I'm sure you love your baby. However, but Erica said that your selfish towards her and the baby. Erica said you don't think about nobody but yourself. And I'll still never forget on Lies and Hip Slop how you threw a party for Erica with your face and body all over the party. I think you've been jerking off in the sink a little bit too long, and I think you've been staring at your abs in the mirror a little bit too long too. Time to do something else, sir. Time to be a father. Time to pay attention to your wife. Time to click up here. This is what Nicki was trying to get you to click all them years, and she never could. It's time. Look, you got to, because look, that forehead is mighty big. You got to go in there, and you got to click. You got to click on, because you about to throw away and mess up everything. What you gonna do if y'all divorce, Safaree? Don't nobody want. Who else is checking for your ass? That's really worth a damn. Who else is really checking for you? I'm just saying. And y'all just had a baby, and y'all this what get me about these couples. Y'all ain't even been married 5 years. You ain't even seen a good spring, summer, winter, fall. You ain't even had a whole Sheree collection, and y'all already done threw in the towel. Y'all don't know shit about marriage and shit about working through problems. This is something y'all can work through. The thing is, Safaree, you're used to screwing through your situations instead of working through them. You're used to screwing, all right, and then her mind gets up off of it because she can't walk for 3 to 4 days, and then she'll forget what the hell you did. But she's way past that now, right? She ain't forgot that you said that she got too fat when she was pregnant, which is why you ain't put no another nut in her that'll stick. She ain't forgot all the shit that you can do. Now I know Erica is a beast, and I will never forget that video where she drop kicked her baby daddy that was about 200 pounds heavier than her. But another thing about a Safaree is more than you than what meets the damn eye. There is a reason why Joe Budden was screaming your ass down to the sand out there at the damn beach. Go home, Roger, and fix your relationship, fix your marriage, fix your merge. All right, I don't want to see y'all split OnlyFans money. What you gonna do with OnlyFans money? Hell, I doubt if I even reporting that stuff to the R or to the S. God forbid we have to sort through porn money all up and through the divorce paperwork. I just don't want to do it. Then you're putting on child support. Now you're selling videos $10.99, $5.99, doing $3.99 specials to cover your monthly expenses. Cause what the hell else you got going on? Anyway, y'all go buy some of that coconut oil on OnlyFans or something, cause hell, they gonna need it after Erica get through with his ass. Lord Jesus, I don't want to see him split that buckhead house. I don't want to see it. I want to see this couple work out. Work out, damn it, work out, please. Let me check on y'all real quick. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. He specifically named her screwing through your situation. She had heels on when she kicked him too. Oh yeah, I remember. All right, moving right along from there, we got to talk about our favorite Indian, Tiger Woods, who was in a car accident. Well, yesterday morning out in LA. You guys should know that he was actually in this area of LA at the Riviera Country Club for the Genesis Invitational Tour. Now, I find it mighty funny how he was at the Genesis Invitational Tour and ended up crashing a Genesis GV80 truck. Now, I don't know if y'all own to these Genesises. All right, let me tell you about these Genesis cars, and not the ones that say Hyundai on them, like the one that say just Genesis. Because low key, I love my Challenger, but I trade that whole I trade the whole in for a Genesis. Genesis, it is beautiful. Let me know in the chat if you agree with me. I feel like he probably got this car for free, which it is telling me that in life, all I need to do is become famous, and then everything I want, I just get for free. But anyway, so Tiger Woods was driving on these windy and mountainous roads, and if you've never been to LA, you don't understand that the majority of the roads in LA, when you go into these different cities, they're like this. They're basically, I call them death curves or death roads, because it's like one wrong turn and pop goes the weasel, to your whole existence. And so he actually left his hotel very early when he ended up crashing and flipping over the car. He didn't sustain life-threatening injuries, but definitely serious injuries. His leg was severely injured. He needed help standing up. However, he was lucid. He was awake. He was able to, say his name, say where he was, and basically the cops, because Wonder called the cops for him, and I appreciate that. Don't let one of our he might not claim us, but don't let one of our legends down like that. Just don't do it. Okay. So somebody called the police. Police came right out because it was a Wonder Bread neighborhood, and they got him the help that he needed. All right, on the 911 call, once they figured out that it was Tiger Woods, they blocked off some roads and gave him that extra special treatment. Oh, low key, anything, God forbid, anything ever happened to you, just say you a celebrity. Hell, the police will come faster. Anyway, what I did want to let you guys know is I was trying to figure out what caused him to crash, what was going on. Now, reports say he was following behind a minivan when he veered off the road, but that part ain't important because I don't even know if that minivan was even a part of his entourage or not. So this is what happened. At the hotel that Tiger Woods is staying in, they're filming a major network television show. The kind of show, I don't know, but they're filming a major show. What you guys have to know is that when a TV show is being filmed, they have a bunch of stuff blocked off. Production cars are everywhere. Like, it's really hard to get through the hotel. It's a lot going on, all right, on a production set. All you see is what's on the camera, but behind the camera, whole bunch of chaos. And so what happened was, Tiger was actually due at the golf course to go meet football player Drew Brees. I believe he was the quarterback for the Saints. I don't know where he play now. White man, bald head, whatever. So Tiger Woods was supposed to give Drew Brees golfing lessons and was supposed to meet him at the country club at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. When Tiger actually pulled out of the hotel lot, which according to the production crew, they said he was very agitated and he pulled off in a rush. It was about 7:07, I believe, and then he crashed by 7:12. So this is what I'm gathering from it. All right. During this invitational tour, Tiger did admit that he still has back pain that is going to keep him from competing, and he may even have a surgery again. We remember a couple years back, or a few years back, when he fell asleep at the wheel because of the pain medication that he takes that is very strong. Painkillers are strong as hell. So what I'm gathering, because there was no alcohol on his breath on the scene, and no visible drugs. What I'm thinking is the night before Tiger took his medication so he could fall asleep. That medication is strong. It caused him to oversleep. When he got up, he was in a rush. Once he actually got out of the hotel into his car, he was blocked by a production car. So he had to wait on them to actually move, which made him more irritated and just moody and more in a rush. All right. Once they actually moved that car and he needed to be somewhere that's an hour away, but he was already about an hour behind, he hit that road as fast as he could, lost control of the car because not only is he sleepy, it's early, he's speeding on curves, and is probably still groggy from the medication that he took the night before, and crashed. That, I just laid it out to you right there what it was. So, I mean, you can't blame it on alcohol. I'm going to blame it on the pills. And I'm going to just say that we got to do better out here. Now, I was always told coming up that, look, it's better you get there late than your ass don't get there at all. Sometimes you just got to call, be like, look, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to be late. All right. Especially when you're driving in LA, you trying to go 3 miles, and that 3 miles take you about 25 minutes. And you be like, I don't even know if I want to go like that. Like, if you really want to have your time management together, move to LA, because you're going to have to. So with that being said, you Tiger, MF, and Woods, you racing that damn fast to go see Wonder Bread like that. You a bigger star than Drew Brees. You a legend. I mean, I'm not saying Drew Brees ain't, but you Tiger, MF, and Woods. And so I don't give a damn if you came 2-3 hours late. He's supposed to wait on you. You don't rush to Wonder Bread. You always rushing to Wonder Bread. And Wonder Bread didn't rush to even wish you well. Anyway, I say all that to say something's gonna have to be done, because Tiger can't drive himself around. Tiger, just like you invested in all them prostitutes, it's time for you, sir, to invest in Bosley. No, I'm kidding. Don't invest in Bosley. I don't. But invest in a driver so that when you need to be somewhere, you can actually get there. Sir, where was your assistant to wake you up on time? Oh yeah, I know what it's like to take them pills and then you oversleep the next day. Oh, I know. And you woke up and you was late and you took a whole bath. I call it whole baths. And you hit the road and you was driving too fast and you crashed. That's what it was. Do y'all understand what happened now? I hope I laid that out pretty nice and simple. I'm going to play a commercial here, and then I'll be back to answer questions, comments, and concerns.
Are you ready to be liberated? Have you found that you and your partner's love life is boring and you need a boost? Then I got the perfect book for you. While we all locked down on this COVID quarantine, go ahead to Amazon and cop Erotic Liberations. And oh yes, it's very erotic. See, Erotic Liberations is so steamy that it was banned on Facebook, and it will take you to a climax that you have never reached before. See, Erotic Liberations makes 50 Shades of Grey seem like a Dr. Seuss book. It will enhance your creativity, entertain you, and help to raise that freak number. You know, we all want to find our inner freak, you know, that person that we got locked away in a cage, all right?
Thank you, Miss Spirited, for the donation.
Guaranteed to blow your mind so that you and your partner can blow each other all night. Head to Amazon right now and get Erotic Liberations, authored by Marlon Green and Karen Crane.
All right, people. So, oh man, we pushed that out the way. Okay, so let me look at y'all comments here. I know it was last minute. People are catching on a playback tomorrow or later today or whatever, but I'm glad I was able to come on and speak to y'all real quick. Okay, so let me see what the people saying. Let's see what they're saying. Is he still married? He might be stressed out. No, he's very divorced. He's very divorced. That white woman alimony bill got him racing to where the money reside. Nah, I don't think it was that. If you guys remember from his divorce settlement, he actually gave Aaron $250 million because she was actually entitled to like $500 million. But she said, nah, I ain't gonna do him like that. And she took her bag and left and got her a white man. Bingo. Let's see. Where's his fiance? I don't know. Somewhere with his credit card, spending his money. They said the stylist gotta go. I like this outfit. I ain't gonna lie. Now I know I did ask you your opinion, but I like it. I'm not mad at it. I'm not. He is probably on fentanyl. That's what I take for a brain tumor, and it does not give you patience, time to waste dealing with ignorant people. It makes you want to destroy and remove the threat. Rochelle Lee, yeah, I don't know much about fentanyl, to be honest. I just know that I just know all that stuff is strong. Like, it's too much. Storm, you don't think that accident was convenient? Of course it was. I mean, also keep in mind that he was staying in a hotel where they were shooting a movie. I mean, a movie or some kind of TV show. So, industry people were around. Who said, y'all, I mean, look, who said somebody didn't mess with the car? If we want to go down the conspiracy route, who said somebody didn't mess with his car? Very possible. Because things can be done like that. People can implant chips in your car. People can put stuff up under your car. Like, come on now. It might sound crazy, but never say never. Her name is Elin. I said Aaron. Her name is Elin. Is Tiger black Caucasian bread? Oh no. He's Tiger fried rice. He ain't Wonder Bread. His black ancestors took the wheel. My brother has a Genesis and it's really nice. Yes, it is. The Genesis is really nice. And he had the Genesis truck. They already tried to kill him before. They kill off celebs all the time. Maybe the pedal got stuck. Look, all these things are possible. But what you can't deny is the fact that the man was running late to an appointment. He was speeding. And he lost control. Now, were there other factors? Possibly, but yeah. You always pulling conspiracy theories. Look, I'm always looking at him. His car was towed up. I wonder how fast he was going. A friend said he almost crashed into him leaving out the hotel parking lot. He almost hit a production crew member's car. That's how fast he was driving. So I'm like, damn, like, Tiger, you wasn't in your right mind. That's why I'm thinking he took the meds the night before, woke up, and was still, like, low-key high off of them. They didn't do a blood test on him when he got to the hospital. They didn't do no kind of breathalyzer, nothing like that on the scene. And there was no alcohol that was detected and no drugs found in the car. But did he take, was his back pain meds at the hotel? I don't think I understand, especially like if you like, let's say you go to bed at 11:30 p.m. and you take a pill, you go to sleep, but you got to be up at 6 in the morning. You are still like under the influence of the pill. Come on, man. Where the hell was his dryer? Exactly. Storm, I agree. Someone messed with his car. Wasn't he just with Dwayne Wade, the basketball player? He sure was. Did you watch the video of him driving minutes before the crash? Tiger recently had back surgery. Yup. He was on meds and they had to impair his driving. That's simple. Let's see. Excuse me. When parents want you to be perfect, now Tiger is a mess. You know what? That's part of it because he's never he's been groomed to be a success from a child star. So he never really had a chance to have that rebellious phase. He's also a man that never wanted to get married. And he only got married to that lady because he was trying to, create an image. Like when you get big as a man, as far as status, and you reach a certain age, when you are not married and you don't have children, society looks at you a little weird. Sponsors don't really want to put money into you because you just seem like this bachelor who's untrustworthy. And so he got married for an image and for a look. And anytime you get married but don't really want to be, it's gonna blow up. And look how it blew up. So that's simple. So when a man say he don't want you, if a man say he don't want to be married, you better believe that shit. You better believe it. Let's see. So why was he hanging out with Dwayne Wade and Jada Pinkett Smith? Ooh. Look. Somebody else was at the Smith's house. Jason Derulo was at the Smith's house recently. That's who was there. Let's see. I get it, Storm. I used to smoke weed late and wake up still high, right? His father was a Joe Jackson to be great at golfing. You know what, Autumn? Shout out to Tierra. Still, I'm surprised my minds are still up this late. Look, I ain't gonna keep y'all long, but look, low key, his father wasn't like Joe. Like I promise you, he wasn't like Joe. I ain't going into all that, but let's see. His parents made him break up with first one to break. Look. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care. And I will catch you guys later.
And medicinal herbs and all natural supplements to help alleviate a lot of conditions that Americans suffer from, okay? Now, Yamaya's Gift got products to help you with that hypertension, to help speed up that weight loss, get rid of them fibroids, as well as help alleviate the symptoms of that diabetes. Oh yeah, that sugar is real bad. So now with Yamaya's Gift, you get a lot of gifts, but the best gift that anyone could ever give you is the ability to heal thyself from the inside out with products like elderberry syrup to help keep that immunity in check, because we all fighting Miss Rona. We all trying to windmill her ass up out of our lives. But one of my personal favorites, as a matter of fact, two of my personal favorite products with Yamaya's Gift is the all natural honey and the tea that's for men. And the reason why I like those products is because if you are somebody with a low sex drive, if you need a boost in the bedroom, and if you are ready to get Brian Pumpered, Lexington Steeled all night long, then just put some of that in your man's cup and you will be on your way to a happier, healthy marriage, all right? Now, place your orders today, whether you need your immunity taken care of, you're trying to lose some weight, you're trying to get rid of that sugar, the diabetes, or you're just trying to bust a nut, okay? Order her shit at www.yamayasgift.com.